Sports. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with the Tennessee Titans.
We have one person.
The final game of the opening weekend of 2020. Time for football from Denver. Broncos and Titans.
Here's a good slot.
And they'll watch this one fall in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
Who? Over who?
Alan Hearns over Michael Gallup.
I'd rather have Michael Gallup.
They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
At the 26-yard line.
Now Locke. This is the tight end fan.
This Madden shit so good.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would
Especially just
have been that
moves.
there was an incompletion that would have picked
You can't shake easy
because
like
they
they
gave
used
up
to.
the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync.
Like anybody can't just shake
stayed in
anybody.
great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards.
9-yard line.
Damn.
Oh,
what about
It's Melvin Gordon. And he's up over midfield and down into
Dang,
Tennessee
who was I just talking
territory.
about?
Tackle made there by Kamale Correa.
On the pickup. 2nd and 6.
I forgot. I can't remember.
The run got 4.
I don't know.
They deal with a 2nd and 6.
But they got a good receiving core too. Marvin Jones Jr. and Kenny Galladay.
Lock on the give. It's Lindsay. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move.
Why are you comparing everybody against the Cowboys?
First.
On 3rd down, here's Lindsay.
You don't listen to him.
First down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
And he was hit as he threw
Bro,
it there.
that's running what he used to be. Antonio Brown, that's the only way you win that argument. Because you said Antonio Brown.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
I don't know. I ain't seen him play.
To throw again. Block. Pass caught by Jerry Jeudy, his first NFL catch. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans.
I'm giving you my opinion. And I watch football all day.
Pickup of 18 yards.
At the 23-yard line.
Even AJ Green ain't signed his franchise tag yet.
Probably want to leave. Actually, they got a good receiving core too.
Block now on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Got out of the pocket.
CD Lamb.
Didn't get anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight.
CD Lamb. Yeah, I used to ride that nigga big hard.
Completion on 1st down. A quick throw outside by Locke. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within
he just, I don't know. Probably
nice gain of 21 yards. 1st and goal, a good chance for our first touchdown of the new season.
What? Taylor Gabriel just fast.
Gordon, and he will fight his way into the end zone for a Broncos.
That doesn't, so? CD Lamb is taller.
From a yard out. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive.
CeeDee Lamb.
And he's got
That was tough too. I like Quincy.
Makes the score Broncos 7.
The Mary is top. Oh no, CeeDee
To
Lamb.
the touchdown. Here's McManus now to kick it away.
CeeDee Lamb.
You're tripping, bro.
No, bro. You're going off these past experiences. They're not like that anymore.
Only able to get this to the 19, so
Exactly. He has like two he has like two messed up knees.
CeeDee Lamb
At their own 19-yard line.
CeeDee Lamb? Trevor Cooper was a bust.
CeeDee Lamb or work for
CeeDee Lamb.
Big hold to the 30, and all the way up to the 33-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
CeeDee Lamb.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
CeeDee Lamb.
No, you're tripping. You're okay, Bruce.
Out of the gun, Tannehill.
You just think right now.
Looking left side.
Not
it's
even.
complete. He's got him.
CeeDee Lamb
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Getting it to
CeeDee
him in
Lamb.
space pays off big time. That winds up going
They're
for
not what they
41.
used to be.
That was awfully nice. Hit him in stride, and off he went.
CeeDee Lamb?
Almost like the ball hitting him was like him receiving a baton, and he was running the anchor leg.
Because Jamarcus Robinson's not even cold.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a first and 10 all the way down at the 35. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry.
You said who?
Rashad Perry.
Tackled by Bradley
CD.
Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft.
Bradley Chubb on the
Rashad
tackle.
Perry was literally in
A gain of 4. It's now
No, he was not.
The 31, Tannehill. Got a man, it's Brown. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A.J.
Who?
Brown,
Who?
31 yards. And the
No,
Titans are
Chris
an
Godwin
extra
was.
point away from tying this thing up.
for the extra point.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty,
CD.
especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Each team,
I still rather have
each
CD.
team has scored 7-7
More explosive.
here as the kick's away.
What?
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will come out.
I know that, but I'm going off projection.
25-yard line.
What do you think about? Who's he gonna be?
I give him Amari Cooper.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
No, he's not. You're
You're
sick.
On their opening drive of the season, and they'll get another shot here with a first and 10.
You're sick.
With about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
This nigga,
Robbie Anderson.
It'll come up now second.
Robbie Anderson?
From the 31. These two teams all tied after one.
With the score
Michael Gallup?
7-7.
Yeah.
Working with a second and 4.
yeah, that's tough.
From the gun, it's Locke. Dancing to his left. And he's just going to
Who?
get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away.
Devin Funchess.
And now it's third.
Oh, I like that right there.
Josh
Not
Gordon.
only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Paul Richardson.
Got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing.
Michael
Just chucked it
Gallup?
free.
Yeah, live to fight another
So
down,
what you're
right?
saying is you think CD is better than Michael Gallup right now?
I think he has the potential to be.
Down, Locke. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And unable to connect. Incomplete.
Ooh.
Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Well, I don't know.
This is what
I
you
haven't seen
want
Michael
to
Gallup
see
play.
from a defense. Give up an
But
opening
if
drive
I'm going off
touchdown, that's
projection,
fine. But how
I'm
about
going to
them
say
going back out
CeeDee
there,
Lamb's going to be
reaching
better than Michael
themselves to
Gallup.
the task at hand and forcing a 3 and out and giving the ball back to their offense.
Game one of opposite of Mark.
A very nice punt that time, but they get
Gallup?
11 back on the return. And it'll be Titan football.
No, I'm saying CeeDee Lamb is a slot player.
Who's going to be more valuable?
The Titans
Actually, you know what? I'd rather see CD
They
outside.
go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion
fast,
in the
though.
field position.
I have to think that in this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
It's a gain of 7.
No matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule,
Who?
staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down.
How'd he cheat on the girlfriend? What do you care? You don't care.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I'm gonna go crazy. Tell him how foolish you being.
All right.
3 yards remain for second down.
Nigga stupid. Can't even concentrate.
Derrick Henry. And he's taken down, but not before he gets to the Broncos' 16-yard line. 39 yards there, a big one.
39 yards.
They've done a pretty good job containing him up until this drive, and until that run, there was no containing him at all.
Yeah, you're right about that. He finally popped free. But we didn't have to be in their practice sessions. We didn't have to be in their meeting rooms. They planned for a run like that to happen, maybe a couple of them. But what did they tell their guys all week? You know what they said. Move on to the next play. That one just happened. Let it go.
5 yards remain on second down. There's a quick throw right side, and it's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll be third down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
From the gun on third down, Tannehill got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown.
Touchdown.
Jeff Swaim there to make the grab, and the Titans have taken the lead.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Oh, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there. And this will stay a 6-point ball game. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on second and 10. Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up third and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler.
Intercepted by the...
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
A first down carry for Henry. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
He was brought down by Vaughn Miller. A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7 at the Broncos' 40-yard line.
From the 40 now on second down, Tannehill. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. The toss right to Henry. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
That is caught inside the 5. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
First and 10.
Dang it.
19-yard line.
Dang it.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too...
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle, and that will make this a 19-point game. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. K.J. Hamler returning it. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
And he powers his way up past the 30. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. This is Gordon on the dump off. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Clock now on first down. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
For Noah Fant, incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Locke. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And Locke throws another one. It's intercepted. Picked off by Dane Cruikshank. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
By the Titans. They'll take over first and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And the third quarter will start with a touchback as that one. In the end zone. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They keep it with Henry on first down. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Tannehill now to throw. Back to Brown, this time complete. And he needed to get to the midfield stripe, but he can't do it. He's about a yard short. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team. Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Daquan Jones fighting his way home to get the sack.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
On 3rd down, it's Lindsey. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
Every year we spend a lot of time and money evaluating the top prospects for the NFL draft. How about when we all get fortunate and see a guy like Phillip Lindsay, an undrafted free agent, who had 1,000 yards rushing his first 2 years in the NFL. can run between the tackles, run with power.
Now Locke, he lost the football in town. And that might be Titan football. It is. A disappointing end of the sequence there. He was starting to turn nothing into something, and then he lost the football.
And sometimes things get lost in the transition. And what I mean by that is you go from being a passer to a runner. And at a certain point, once you cross the line of scrimmage, you're strictly a runner now. There's no more downfield threat. Make sure you take care of the football while you're traversing downfield.
Quickly completed to the right flat. Not much there, only a yard.
Complete.
Still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 27-yard line.
Running from the gun with Henry. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And this is going to be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So not sure how they feel about that. They had golden field position to start the drive after the fumble recovery, but they went backward and then got 3.
Well, let's go from gold to silver, because the silver lining is they got the 3, right? You were talking about the golden field position. They didn't take advantage of it. That has to feel like a letdown.
You always stand ready to pounce. Always.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown.
Ball carrier. He's brought down at the 37-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Locke. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And this will not be fielded. It's a touchback and comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 11 yards there, first down. So from the 36 now, first and 10. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed cross. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. The 20, 10, and he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? And he said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week one because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now.
Complete to Jerry.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing again on second down. Lock. Oh, he'll air this one deep. And this will be caught at the 30.
Oh, boy, you ain't got no feet.
All the way home for a Broncos score. Jerry Jeudy with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Broncos are able to at least make things a bit more respectable. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play.
43. Broncos 14.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
The kickoff for Denver.
And this carries into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Still 9 remaining on second down. Again, it's Henry.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brent, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Mills. Well, they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. He's happy about this play. Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over.
Nice catch there by the rookie out of Alabama, Jerry Jeudy, and I am fired up to see the chemistry develop between he and Drew Lock, their quarterback. And in addition, Cortland Sutton, their Pro Bowl wide receiver from last year. This might be the best pair of receivers the Broncos have had since Demaryius Bebe Thomas and Emmanuel Sanders. This should be fun for Bronco fans to watch.
2nd and 10. To throw again. Lock. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll cut the lead down now to 22. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses them about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the 4th quarter. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Henry relishing the chance to be the Titans' lead dog. He's in the backfield again on 1st and 10. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. It's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. The 2nd down play, not much better than the 1st, just a gain of 1 there.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sit through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the front line guy.
lemonade. Like it's lemonade. They say fall and you let go, but I know I got an antidote to retain some kind of self-control. Look inside my head through a telescope. You erase all the calls from a telephone. No sense of smile, maybe tell a joke. Holding back your tears, singing minimal syllables. Yeah, look at me, at the asylum. Was a fate or mistake, cause the time ain't up. Yet a parts of my mind don't get much love. If you want in my head, come and call me up. You look like a twisted Robin Hood. Yeah, you take from the rich and the poor and us. Wearing diamond shoes where you walk your pugs. In a town you create where there ain't no love. Where do I go? When I'm alone? Not on a phone. They don't know my name. I get through the pain. Taste it on my face like it's lemonade. Tie me up in chains. I get through the pain. Taste it on my face like it's lemonade.
Stop taking, but still got a reflux. I drip out from the socket to a teacup. Drink up inside. Look when they beat us. Huge us in the belly of the beach, but outside there's a war going on your front lawn. Black Hawk, see the red dawn horizon. Blind yet I'm rising, abiding by laws of attraction. My thoughts still rising. Thinking, what type of knowledge don't sink in? Life gives you lemons, and my only thought is drinking. Mercy, will I be alive or dead before 30? That's all that concerns me early. Lemonade quenching my inner rage when it takes center stage, way before they pour it on my grave. Minute Maid, let it set my soul ablaze. On each and every way, put me in the water for the save.
They don't know my name. I get through the pain. Taste it on my face like it's lemonade. Tie me up in chains. I get through the pain. Taste it on my face like it's lemonade. They don't know my name. I get through the pain. Taste it on my face like it's lemonade. Tie me up in
I saw it.
chains. I get
So you think the Cowboys go bottom 5 is leaving them?
I never said that. This nigga, no, he was comparing players. I'm saying, Amari Cooper, the top 10 receiver in the league. And that's the only reason why I'm taking him.
Cowboys had better production.
Yeah.
Stat-wise and everything. Any student, in their top 5.
Yeah.
I just got there on the floor and I said, okay, instead of a trio receiver, a duo. Michael Gallup and Amari Cooper in the top 20.
Yeah.
He's simply trying to give him no props. But, it is what it is. What's on you?
5:30. All right.
this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, yeah, this the winning team. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to picking me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hissing, but I can't hear when the crowd screams. Still balling like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in it. Eating blood across it where the blood dinner. Just stay turned like, you know. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter what we ate for dinner. So I had to drink it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna call my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, got enough juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel away, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Come for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel ashamed. I'm a dog, I'm a beast, and I cannot be tamed. I don't do it for fame, it's the love for the game. I go in like I'm trained. I'm prepared for the rain, they amazed. I ain't break from the sticks and stones they threw. Anything that you can do, I can do it better than you. No matter what I do, achieve, still got something to prove. I spent the check on the diamond cross, but still ain't paid my dues. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna call my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, got enough juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel away, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, yeah, champion, yeah, we here.